Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Midweek Movement Snacks. My name is Sydney. I am so glad that you are here and joining me today so that we can move a little. We're going to move a little to refresh the mind and body so that you can return to any tasks that you were doing before now, feeling just a little bit more energized. And if you love any of these, you can take them with you and do them whenever you want. Today's focus of movement is going to be the neck and shoulders. Here I have highlighted the deltoid, which is our shoulders, and then the trapezius muscle. We are going to be focusing on the upper traps, which for a lot of folks, they hold a lot of tension in this upper trap area. So that is going to be today's focus. And like I was talking about tension, this is going to be the number one reason why we're inviting some movement into this upper body area. The shoulders and traps tend to hold a lot of stress for so many people, leading to tightness that can cause things like tension, headaches, and just overall discomfort. Regular movement improves circulation and relieves some of that built up tension. Secondly, here, deep breathing. When our shoulders creep up and our muscles and all of our neck and chest get tight, it actually makes it harder to take a full breath because instead of our posture being up nice and tall, big open chest, we kind of end up looking like this: rounded shoulders, tight chest muscles. So it really makes it hard to get that big, deep, fulfilling breath. Loosening up these muscles gives your lungs just a little bit more room to expand. So you leave here feeling more refreshed rather than sluggish. And then lastly here, have you ever noticed your arms or maybe your hands getting a little stiff or a little tingly after sitting for too long? Poor circulation from staying still. So a quick shoulder roll or stretch that we're going to be doing today helps get that blood moving again so your muscles and nerves stay happy. So quick overview of today's movements. We're going to be doing an upper trap stretch, moving on to a neck stretch, and then we're going to bring a ton of attention into the shoulders and the upper back with some fun movements. We will be using our resistance band today, so just make sure you have one nearby. All right, so first things first for our upper trap stretch, we're going to sit up nice and tall as always. So first things first for our upper trap stretch, we're sitting up nice and tall as always. We're going to go ahead and take our right hand and either place it underneath of our leg or underneath of the chair, whatever you need to do to keep this right arm straight. We're going to take our left hand, place it gently on the side of the head, and we're going to pull very gently on the head, lowering that left ear to the left shoulder. We're looking for that stretch along the right side of the neck. And as always, big deep breaths. And we're going to go ahead and release, shake the head side to side, up and down. Good stuff. We're going to move to the opposite side. So left hand, wherever it needs to be to keep this left arm straight and stationary. Right hand, side of the head. We're going to gently pull on the head, bringing that right ear down towards the right shoulder, lengthening through the left side of the neck. Good. We're going to go ahead and release, shake that head side to side, up and down. Beautiful. We're going to move on to our scalene stretch, so the front side of our neck. We're going to take our hands and apply a little bit of pressure underneath of our right collarbone. Once the hands are firmly in place, we're going to draw the chin up and diagonal to the left. This may feel a little awkward because we're not used to our neck being in this position, but it's always important to take your neck through a proper range of motion just to make sure everything's moving as it should be. And we're going to go ahead and release. Take a second. We're going to then move on underneath of that left collarbone. Same thing, applying a little bit of pressure. And then we're going to draw that chin up and diagonal to the right. And go ahead and release. Beautiful. We won't need our band just yet, but we're going to work with the shoulders and upper back. So I'm going to turn sideways. We're going to have a little bit of a lean in the torso. Nothing crazy. We're not all the way down here. Just a little bit of a lean. Feet are flat on the ground. Our hands are going to start right by our side. Thumbs are going to be upward. We're going to sweep the arms up, 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 up until the biceps are near the ears. You may only get about here, and that's okay. Again, work within your range of motion. We're keeping those shoulders down and pulled away from our ears, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And go ahead and swoop them down. On our next swoop, we're going to draw the hands up into a Y shape, okay? So we're going to swoop those hands up, up, and out into a Y shape. Squeeze those shoulder blades. And we're going to swoop the arms back down. We have one more here in this position, and that is bringing the arms up and out into a T shape. So we're actively squeezing those shoulder blades together, keeping the shoulders down away from the ears. And go ahead and bring them back down. Take a second, take a big breath, relax. We are next moving into some banded external rotation. So what this looks like, you're going to hold one end of the band with the right hand, and then you're going to place the left hand at the mid body, right around your belly button area. And how we want the tension on this band, we want to be able to externally rotate through the full range of motion. So if you're holding on to too much of the band, it's going to be really tense and you won't be able to get all the way out here. So play around with the tension for just a second. Find what works best for you. The palm is going to be facing inward at you. You're keeping the elbow and upper arm snug to the body. And we're going to externally rotate and then bring the hand back inward. Externally rotate and bring the hand back in. Now that you have a good sense of the tension of the band that you want, sit up nice and tall, shoulders down and back. We're going to do 5 of these on each side, okay? Starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, last one, 5. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and move on to the opposite side. Again, holding that band near the belly button, left hand on the end of the band. Again, play around with your tension for just a second. Figure out what feels best for your shoulder. Even between the sides, they may be a little bit different depending on any injuries or maybe some discomfort you already have existing. So go ahead, find your tension. Again, 5 on this side. We're going to go ahead and start now. Rotate the arm. Bring it back in. Bring that hand out, 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 and then back in. There's 2, 3, 4, last one, and 5. Good stuff. Shake out the arms. That can be a little intense. That's okay. You're doing great. We got one more. We're going to do our banded pull aparts. Again, you're going to take a second and kind of figure out what tension you want. Too close, the hands too close together, may not be able to pull the band all the way apart. So we're going to go ahead, at least start with the arms, maybe shoulder width or a little bit more than shoulder width apart, so that when you pull the band apart, it brings it all the way back to the chest. And release. I'll give you a second to figure out your tension. And we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to do 12 of these. When we pull the band apart, we're also going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. Chest stays up nice and tall. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last ones, 10, 11, and 12. Good stuff. Shake out those arms. Okay, thank you as always for tuning in for another midweek movement snack. Hope we're feeling a little bit more limber and muscles are a little bit more warm and alive. I will see you guys for our next one. Have a great day, everyone.